Hey gamers, whether you have a brand spanking new gaming controller you just got from Amazon, or still have one collecting dust from your epic virtual butter churning championship back in the day, like seriously, who needs a joystick for that? Then it's time to pull it out. In this video, we're going to go over how to configure that controller for the best key mapping for both The Sims 3 and Sims 4. Stay tuned. So I was going to create this long, actually kind of super long, drawn out tutorial that would have talked about how to set up this program, run it, get the keys configured, blah blah blah, when everything kind of actually just blew up in my face. Just to start, I downloaded the wrong program to show you guys, because the version I have I guess is ancient or something, I don't know. Then, it wouldn't configure for my controller and none of my keys would even register, even though I know this program worked for my current setup. And the app didn't like it when I fed the configuration files from my existing program to it. So getting so frustrated and knowing you all just want clean, trashless, genuine help with stuff, I thought a way to streamline this entire tutorial. So let's begin. Here's what you'll need for this setup. 1. A Windows machine. This is pretty typical of my videos, I will say for the time being anyways. 2. A gaming controller that can connect to your PC. This can be a fancy new one that connects through Bluetooth, or it could be an old dusty one where you have to plug it into your USB slots. Be sure you still have the cable though. And 3. Admin privileges. Not so terribly important, but if you want to actually put the program into an installation folder like program files or something like this, you'll need admin privileges. So to begin, go ahead and Google Xpadder 5.7 download. This will get us the actual latest version of the program, not the version the Xpadder team actually gives you. Look for the version from majorgeeks.com. This version is actually newer than the one that's right above it from xpadder.org. Strange, right? Click this result. Click the download now button in the center of the page. After the next page loads, you should get the .zip file. If you don't, there's that little click here if that does not button for this very event. Click the file folder if you have this option to go straight to the .zip file. Next, go ahead and right click the xpadder.v 2015 etc. file folder and click copy. We're going to take this somewhere of our choosing. Here, I'm putting it in my external drive in a programs folder I created. You can always create a programs folder on your external drive if you really want to. Now, just right click in the emptiness and hit the paste button. You can actually keep the file folder's name if you want to, but typically I just rename it to the shortened version of the name. So if you go into the new folder you just put down, you'll see there's an xpadder.exe file and some controller images. We're not going to be doing these for the sake of saving time, as so many of my videos are a bit complex and the instructions can be a bit hard to follow. It's expected that some of you may have issues, and that's why I'm offering a subscription that I'm dubbing my Sims 4 Diagnostic package. This package will offer exclusive help directly working with me to get tons of your issues fixed. In this package, you'll have unlimited access to fully installing the base game through Steam or the EA app, moving the game to an external hard drive, moving game files to external drives, finding out why the game isn't working correctly, making the game run smoother, assistance with downloading and installing mods, and finally, fixing the game after you've made some changes and the game broke. And what's better about this isn't that you're using the free service from EA where support is limited. No, if you're having issues because you modded your game, you've got my support. If you're having issues because you have an overly complicated network setup on your game and EA won't support you, you've got my support. If you're using a cracked version of the game, I mean, I'll do the best I can given what I've got, but you've got my support. And that's not all, Simmers. With my Sims 4 Diagnostic package, you won't just receive generic troubleshooting advice or wait on hold for hours. No, you'll get the personalized attention and expertise you deserve. We'll connect through remote sessions where I'll personally handle all of your Sims 4 issues. And here's something special to note. Proceeds from this subscription will directly benefit the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you for being a part of my community, subscribing to the channel, and engaging with my content through views, likes, and comments. So go check out the link in the description and sign up today. I can't wait to help you on the other side. In the section below, you'll see a place called My Xpadder Profile Download. Follow the link here to download this, gamer images, xpadprofile.zip. Now, go ahead and double click on it to open it and select both files in here. Right click them and then click copy. Now, go to the Xpadder location where you just copied and pasted the Xpadder program and right click in the empty again. Click paste. Now, both the Xpadder profile and Xpadder controller files should be in this folder. Now, let's get them into Xpadder so we can get going. Open the xpadder.exe file and go through all the informational stuff. There's lots of start buttons with arrows. Once you see welcome, click the start button one last time. The next screen gives you the option to open the program either in the documents folder or the location we're in. Select program location to open the app directly where we're at. Here you can set the app to open files automatically by their extensions. That's completely up to you, but for me, I'm personally not going to associate the app's extensions to Xpadder for now. Be sure to go ahead and connect your controller to your PC at this point if you haven't already. This will ensure that the program recognizes that something is attached to the machine to begin mapping keys. This first part is kind of easy because it gives you a do this to start kind of thing. So click the controller icon and click open. Select the only file that should show up, My Controller, Xbox 360 for Windows, and double click it. It'll preload all the controller buttons and joysticks. Next, go ahead and open the little script looking icon in the middle. Select open from this menu now. This, like the last file menu, should only populate one file. Double click it to open this as well. For days, weeks, months, you've been sitting in silence. Your screen frozen, your Sims unplayed, your entire creativity paused. You've been waiting for a voice, a sign, a helping hand, but all you found is your own hope, just fading away. I see you. I hear the silence that's been your only answer, and I'm not going to let that be the end of your story. With every unsolved problem, every unanswered question, I'm here to break the silence. I just want people to know they're not alone in this. Me and you, let's change that together. Let's turn the silence into stories. Let's turn the frustration into fun. And let's turn those problems into playtime. That's what I'm here for. Now, you'll see an entire set of key maps assigned. I pulled these key mappings from playing The Sims 3 originally from my PS3 from when I first started playing. So if you're familiar with this particular controller configuration, then this should feel a little familiar. Of course, this controller setup allows for lots of customization. So now I'll show you the real life physical gameplay and how effortless it is to play on The Sims 3 and 4. Let's check it out. Here's a demonstration of The Sims 3. Pardon the darkness, it's kind of strange how TS3 actually is darker than recorded. As you can tell, there's a very fluid motion to all of the key presses, etc. Moving around in The Sims 3 is a little different than how it'll be in The Sims 4. You'll be pressing down the right joystick and dragging the left joystick around to move. This is due to the fact that you couldn't just drag the map around by clicking as you could in the future. And what I'm not going to do is actually give you the
this button does this and this button does this,
because I want you to experience this for yourself. So download the file, check out the ease of playing, and customize it yourself. You won't regret it, and if you do, then obviously I didn't do my job right. Here's The Sims 4. You can use the bottom of the 4 buttons on the right hand side of the controller to grab the terrain and physically drag the map around using the left joystick. Pressing down on the right joystick while over a character in your household will follow them, unlike allowing you to move in The Sims 3. So play around with the settings. The base settings are already pre-configured for you, and if you need any help, please feel free to reach out. I love helping you all. Now I'll show you the real life physical and how effortless it is to play. It's darker than recorded, because I want you to experience this flow for yourself. Check out this video here if you're ready to use your newly configured controller once you mod your Sims 4.